Hey y'all, it's in the 20s again. Oh, can't you see I'm excited? I'm not. Alright, so let's get to the topic. Topic is sex, especially for women. This does apply to some men who are not um, governed by their penis, and that's all they care about is emptying in somebody. Some guys, when they're intimate with you, they feel closer to you. That's rare, but it does happen. Um, so ladies, you've got a couple of things that are working against us. We got a couple of things working against us when we are intimate with someone. Okay? One of them is oxytocin and dopamine. Oops. Okay. Oxytocin and dopamine are working against us when we are intimate with someone. Those hormones trick you into thinking that not only is this person a good person, but you're in love with them because the sex was that good and you want that for a lifetime. And he's throwing the charm on thick because he wants to keep getting the drawers until he gets tired. He could be cheating on you at the same time, or he could be looking for someone else simultaneously, or you're the new person. I know a lot of people are saying that narcissism is being tossed around left and right. That's because it's everywhere. Look at your so-called leaders. Look at the hate that's been done, all right? I don't need to go into specifics. Y'all see with your own eyes. If you're not living in the bubble, you see what's going on. Okay? Hold on a minute. So, you know what's going on. But yeah, your body, you're okay. Your body works against you. So you got the oxytocin kicking, and you got the dopamine kicking, and it leads you to believe you in love. Next thing you know, you're picking your colors for your wedding. Y'all ain't been together but a month or two, okay? So your body is your enemy when it comes to that, unfortunately. So you have to consider that when you're intimate with someone. You also have to consider that when a person is not connected to you, it is against their nature to connect to your heart. They can only connect to your vagina. That is not somebody you want to be with because they're empty, they're shallow, and they can't give you anything more than a stiffy. You can buy a stiffy. You don't need a man for that. You don't. You're not going to get stalked. You're not going to have to file a police report for harassment. You're not going to be hit, beaten, or anything else, assaulted, or anything else when you buy one. Okay? So if you're really desperate for something, I would buy one. Okay? Narcissism is everywhere. It is easy for men to disconnect from you. Easy. I don't know what it is about their makeup, their psychological makeup, but they can ditch you in a freaking heartbeat. We've been married for 20 years. I like her. Or him. That's happening a lot too. Men stepping out with other men. It is a common thing. Don't sit here and tell me it's not unless you're in the bubble. You're just not paying attention. I don't have the luxury of being in the bubble. I read and I investigate and I come across things and I'm like, oh wow, really? And you have to understand too, a lot of men are into men, and when someone interviews them for an article and their real name is not going to be used, their address or phone number, none of their personal information is going to be used, they're not going to lose their marriage behind this or anything like that, they're going to be honest. They're going to be stone cold honest because there's nothing to lose. So yes, it's common for men to be with other men. It's common for them to desire children. I personally would not be shocked if the Epstein clientele list was released. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. Because the people what do you want? What do you want for a ball? The people that you expect to guide you, their asses are on that list. Okay? Doctors, lawyers, poly snakes, all of them are on that list. So We can't be naive forever because it's just not really working in our best interest. Okay? People can get over on you when you don't pay attention to what's really happening. Um, but anyway, back to the physical. So when you know that you are being hunted for sex by 99.9% of men, there's one. I'm going to give it, all right, let's give it a percentile. Out of 100 men, I would say probably 5 of them might be interested in more than that. Only 5. The rest of them are hunters. They are hunting for poon. They're going to throw on the charm. They're going to flash their pearly whites. They're going to hold the door for you. They're going to hold your hand and kiss you on the cheek on the first night after the date and not try anything else because he wants to lead you to believe that he's a gentleman. Honey, they can lay it on so goddamn thick, if you were to step in it, you would drown. Okay? I've lived long enough that I have seen their shit. And I have seen, and when you're single for 5 years, going on 6 years like I've been, you self-analyze and you observe, and you observe, and you observe. Not just in your life, but other people's lives as well. You observe. And you're like, wow. I'll give you a prime example. I know somebody who was messing with a married man. He's supposedly getting a divorce, which they always tell you that, and it's a lie. If he's getting a divorce, he can wait until the papers are done officially, you know. But he's lying. Oh, we don't sleep in the same bed. She stays upstairs, I stay downstairs, and the list goes on and on. She understands that I see other people, and I understand she sees other people. We just have an arrangement. Bullshit and triple layers of bullshit. He's banging the lights out of her. Ain't nobody gonna turn down some booty that's laying right next to you. Very few people have the discipline to say no. I got the discipline because I'm tired of it. Okay. The difference between me and most people is I have self-discipline. My body does not knock on my head and go, hey girl, start hunting for some sausage, woman. You know you need to get stuffed. My body doesn't control me. I control it. Okay? Self-discipline is a beautiful thing. When you know you're being hunted by almost all of them, you know to not give it. You know to not give it up because you're going to be used for that. When they value you and they want it so bad, they don't value you, they value the V. They want it so bad. But the thing of it is, when they get it, they don't appreciate it and they don't respect it. So it's really weird. They'll do anything to get it, but then when they get it, they treat you like shit. Or they tap you until they're bored, and then they start hunting for somebody else. So let's just pretend that, and we've all been there, right? You're craving chocolate. And you've been craving it for a couple of weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever the case may be. A couple of weeks, right? When you finally get it, say you're craving truffles. Truffles are the bomb.com, okay? They're round and they've got like a creamy center that literally melts when it gets in your mouth. It dissolves. Forgot about it. It's delicious, right? If you've been craving it bad enough, when you finally get it, you're in heaven. You take a bite and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing, right? You finish them up and you might not crave them again for a while. But when you do crave it, you don't throw the rest of them in the trash because it was so good. You don't do like men do. You value it and you crave it and you sit there with your favorite movie and you eat them and they melt in your mouth and you're like, oh my God, this is heaven, 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 right? Men don't value you like that. They get it and they don't want to be bothered with you because they've already emptied their walnuts. They're not interested in talking to you. They're not interested unless it was so good to them they want to keep it going. But there will be a time, if he's only interested in one thing only, he will dismiss you. Even if he stays with you, psychologically, he's not tied in. Okay? For people that say, and most of them are narcissists, a lot of women are narcissists. Let's just keep it real. That word is not being thrown around. People are not educated, so they don't understand that narcissism is a plague. It's a plague. There's a scripture that says people will be lovers of selves. What the hell do you think that means? The word narcissism might have not been, that language wasn't used back then, but it's the same concept. People will be lovers of selves. When they're lovers of selves, all they care about is what they want. They may hit your booty a few more. Get out of there right now before I pop you in the head. Now! Sorry, my kid's being a gangster. So he'll hit it a few more times, and then he'll start to, he never was psychologically tied into you anyway. Narcissism is everywhere. Narcissistic psychopaths are everywhere too. They choose leadership positions. Read in between the lines, okay? So, when you know you're being hunted, used, manipulated, tricked, deceived, whatever word you want to use, come back over here. Come here. Why would you give it up? They value that, but not you. You are not a human being in a man's eyes. Most men's eyes. You're not a human being. You're a pair of tits, you're a piece of ass, and you're a vagina. That is all. And you make noise because you talk. You're a noisy sex toy. That's all you are for most men. Your mama should have taught you that when you were little. Our mother should have taught us that. Our grandmama should have taught us that. Our aunties and they should have gave us a come to Jesus meeting and said, let me explain to you something. Most important thing on you, according to men, is your body parts. We weren't taught that dumb shit. It's dumb, but it's real. It's true. We weren't taught that. We weren't taught that. We find out the hard way. Don't knock that down, Goofy. We find out the hard way that we are looked at as whores. And we don't even make the money. We just get used. And it doesn't matter if you are married or engaged or you're dating. You will be used. I was used in my marriage. I felt like a whore that he found on the street corner. I've said that time and time again. That ring don't mean shit. Those vows don't mean shit because he's another narcissist. Narcissism is a common thing. It happens everywhere and all the time. Try an experiment. Of all the people you know, if you know a lot of authentic people, you're lucky. You're lucky. But of all the people that you know, how many people would truly be in your corner, no matter what? And you would be in their corner no matter what. If that's several, you're lucky, and that's not a common occurrence. Most of us are out on our ass when something happens to us. Out on our asses. Because people are too busy. I can't, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Excuse reasons. Okay? You're most powerful when somebody values you for your body parts. Those are a high commodity. Those are highly desired. You're not desired, but your body parts are. Therefore, you have power when you decide to keep it to yourself until you are married. You have power. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You could marry the wrong person, and that person can beat the hell out of you on your wedding night date, never raise their voice even when you were dating. That is a reason why you not only keep your body parts to yourself, you follow your instincts. You follow how your body feels when you're with them. If you feel awkward, if you feel weird, if you feel something's off and I don't know what it is, stay with them long enough until you figure it out. Watch their behavior closely. Your body knows before you do. Your body knows before you do that something is wrong. That will save you from marrying the wrong person, getting engaged to the wrong person. When you know that your body is valued and you are not, your beauty, your communication skills, if you have communication skills, your talents, your intellect, your nurturing ability, your creativity, your intelligence, all of that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your body parts are over all of that in a guy's mind. When you know that that's how simple they act, you keep those highly prized possessions to yourself. If he values you, hey, get back here. Sorry, guys. If he values you, he will, he'll stay with you. But that's not a guarantee, and they can fake it hard. They can fake it real good. So what you do is you go back to following your instincts. When I was with nappy ass bisexual Henderson, when I was with his hateful, ugly, unattractive ass, I never was 100% comfortable with him. Never, not once. I should have listened to that more closely. I should have listened to that a lot more closely. But I didn't. And I finally got a clue after a few months of dealing with his mind bend and his picking fights on purpose and acting like a dumbass. I finally got tired of it. That's another weapon that you have. It's good for you. It's not good for them. Your anger and your disgust. When you are tired of being lied to, when you are tired of being played, you don't need to be going through it 100 times any goddamn way. When they start jacking around with you in the beginning, gaslighting, lying, tricking, cheating, you dump their ass now, today, now. You don't wait until you're married and have 5 kids. You dump their ass now because you're shutting the door to the bad seed, and you will leave the door open for someone good to come along. If someone good doesn't ever come along, when I don't think I'll ever find a normal person. I think God wants me to be alone, and if that's what happens, that's fine. I'll deal with it. Because I'm not going to force myself to be with somebody, especially if most of them ain't worth 2 pennies you could rub together. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. But you get rid of them now. You don't wait. Shut the door to the zero and get you a hero. And you have to understand that loving yourself is more important than loving somebody else. Loving yourself is more important. Now, I'm not talking about people that love you back. I'm not talking about that. That's obviously a mutual thing. Reciprocity is a good thing. But when you're with somebody who is treating you like garbage, where's your love for yourself? Screw love for them. No. Where is your self-love? Where's your self-respect? Where is it? Because if you stay with them, you're not operating on your power. Your power is not only your self-discipline once you learn how to exercise it, your power is in your lack of putting up with bullshit. Your power is your disgust and your anger. Your anger is the energy that's going to propel you out of that, away from that person and out of that relationship. That's what got me to get rid of his ugly dumb ass. Okay? I got tired of it. I got sick and goddamn tired of it. Disrespected all the way around the board. I was done. Don't feel guilty about being mad. What's wrong with you? It's your responsibility to get pissed. It is your responsibility to get pissed and say, that's it, I'm done. I'm dead to you. Lose my number. Lose my number. I'm done. That is working in your favor. You having excess empathy and too much compassion and overly forgiving is beating yourself up. It is beating the hell out of yourself. You're abusing yourself. You're beating the hell out of yourself. When you have too much compassion and empathy for the wrong person, you're beating yourself up. Why do you deserve to be beaten up? Why are you doing it to yourself? Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Consider this, and I'm going to let you guys go. Your vagina is an opening. It is a portal. You don't want to let a devil inside there. Out. You don't want to let a demon inside there. Because they don't just enter your body. They enter your soul, your spirit, your mind, the cellular structure of your body. That stress gets into the cellular structure of your body and destroys your body from the inside out. Next thing you know, you have all kinds of diseases. If you don't think I'm telling the truth, do some research on it. Does stress destroy you? Does it destroy your body and make you physically ill? Just like you would not open your door to a burglar. Oh, I heard that you're robbing my neighbors. You break into cars and break into homes. You don't have to break into my home. Here's the key. And some of y'all are doing that to devils. You got to start exercising some common sense, and you got to start protecting yourself, because if you don't, you're going to get yourself in a world of trouble that nothing will save you from. You can't keep your legs shut, you may get HIV because you banged the wrong damn person. And you're giving it to people who don't love you. You're giving it, I don't care how many times he said it. That don't mean a damn thing. If he doesn't show it through his actions, and I'm talking consistency, that's another thing that works in your favor. You got to see consistency, consistent behavior. Toxic, narcissistic people are never consistent. They are inconsistent like hell. They're moody as hell. They can't control their emotions. They're all over the map. They're nice to you. They're not. They're nice to you. They're not. Nice to you in the beginning. I'm such a great person. And then you see who the hell they really are. These are all things that work in your favor, because then you can ditch them. So you have a lot of weapons in your arsenal. You got to start using them. Okay? You got to start using them. Y'all take care. Think about what I said. Watch this video more than once if you need to. Keep your legs shut. Think about the 4B movement, where women are not bothering with men anymore. There's a reason for that. We're tired. We're sick and tired. Okay? Y'all take care. Much love. Bye.